Um, I'm just putting this in camera because of the by virtue of the sequences that I experience what I am as in sequences: divine right order, divine right timing, divine right balance. The core is still pointed but you vacuum. And so I share a number of files and then accompany that with translation, translating the holographic mirror, what's presented to us. So I'll try and keep this short. On one of the legal channels, I believe it was Legal AF, Midas Touch, because of May 15th, the United States Supreme Court is going to hear the issue about birth certificate citizenship. And without going into all those files, I'm not going to do that. I'm trying to keep this simple and short to the point. Still pointing at you vacuum. May 15th, that number, that day, the U.S. Supreme Court tomorrow is going to hear an argument here, okay, about birthship citizenship status. And you see how this plays with all the deportations, all the ICE agents removing people and putting them in traps, cages, leashes, and collars. And how that worked with the Boers and Mix quarantine experiment when you realize they built that trap. Okay, so the mind's energy, the electrical life force energy, built the trap that their mind is now experiencing. What they're experiencing in their own mirror, which is the trap that was generated by running that experiment that failed to achieve its intended objective. And the objective is to restore balance, to experience breathing 90 on the vertical, 90 on the horizontal. That's 0 degrees. That's number 13. That's the 13th Mother Earth. And how that relates to negative 13, the Big Island of Hawaii, and black and red. The colors black and red. And the failure to be able to fully integrate and fully activate to experience breathing the core still point of a true vacuum. Now they're experiencing the primal light field because I'm pre-light. So how am I going to be able to prove my ID if you can't see me? How can I prove what I am? Okay. Identity, the identity function of pre-light. No sound. So you can see how that would work in tomorrow's hearing with the United States Supreme Court, because now they want to give you a real ID. You don't have a permit. What they're saying, what they're communicating to us is if you want to fly a fictional character map, which means we don't really exist without your power. So you could see how that would work if you went down there and say, how can you prove your birth? How can you prove the birth of pre-light? Whoops. And how this works with the global intelligence agencies and the imitation game trap of machine code, Metatronic machine code, electronic transfers between one and another cell. One antenna and another antenna are communicated to each other in absolute silence to experience the first one. What it feels like to experience pure, eternal, absolute love in your heart. Our record. Flame keepers, record management keeping services, keepers of the flame. The flame activated order, the group. Mapping stars, mapping galaxies, mapping universes. Cosmic mappers, cosmic antennas, restoring monadic alignment, the crystal core, still point of a true vacuum. It's just restoring perfect balance, which is elemental union, which is sacred heart encryption. Encrypt the ions. The ions. The ions. The first ion. The first camera, the eternal camera, the eternal light field. The one that loves us all, equally sharing what I am, which is what love is. And that is a clock reset. Reset elemental ions. elemental union, the command line authorization to manifest directly into the field, the first field generator, water generators, hydro, first water, living rainbows, aurora aya. So this would be fascinating, because now the Supreme Court is going to hear the argument as well as the text, and they will render a reply as an exchange. The exchange rate of speed between one and the other, between an electron donor, an eternal electron donor, an eternal electrical field, a pure light consciousness, eternal light consciousness of our spirit, the essence of our spirit, how deeply we feel, it goes to the absolute core, to experience absolute silence, golden silence, the golden rule, the golden one. Remember that when I was growing up as a child? Do unto others as you would want the others to do unto you. Ugh. Yeah, that's what happens. The miasma. I experienced the miasma body, then I have to clear the miasma body. Right? Those tones that are not in alignment with the original eternal plasma tones of first water. Water worlds, water vessels, air vessels, the air codes, the water codes, above the water line, below the water line, the ball, our compass direction, the direction of travel, the road we're on, the spiritual pathway that we're on, learning through spirit, increasing the speed of spiritual energy, the first energy field, the eternal energy field, the spirit, the spiral, the crystal core, the grand creator spirit, the one I serve forever and always on duty. Aya mama, muave aya.